Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another chilly wintry day here in Sydney. I hope you're all doing really well. This week I thought we could hang out together again. I'm actually working on a number of varied and different projects which I thought you might like to hear about. So before we dive into that, we need to time travel back to yesterday. Today's Tuesday. Back to Monday, because I actually decided to spend the day working at the State Library of New South Wales, and it's an absolutely beautiful historic building. It includes galleries. I had a look at some wonderful paintings. There's a Shakespeare room for all of us Tudor history lovers. So I want to show you that before we do anything else. So let's time travel back to yesterday and head to the State Library of New South Wales in Sydney. Begun as a subscription library in 1826, the State Library of New South Wales is the oldest continuously operating library in Australia. It operated out of a number of different premises before moving to its permanent location on the corner of Brent and Macquarie Streets in 1845. In 1869, the New South Wales government purchased the collection and the building and opened the first public library for the people of New South Wales. Since then, it's been extended several times to accommodate the growing collection and presumably an expanding population. The stunning Shakespeare room is located on the ground floor of the Mitchell building. It opened to the public in 1943. The stained glass windows depict Shakespeare's Seven Ages of Man from As You Like It. The stunning ceiling was inspired by the Tudor ceiling in the Wolsey Closet at Hampton Court Palace. The woodwork by Charles Sherline is exquisite. If you look closely, you'll see many royal emblems, including the Prince of Wales feathers and the Tudor rose. The bust of Shakespeare is a 19th century replica of a terracotta bust made by Louis-François Roubilac. After spending some time working in the Mitchell reading room, I headed to the first floor of the State Library to wander around the galleries. I then made my way to the Art Gallery of New South Wales, which is just a short walk from the library, to say hi to some of my favourite Renaissance portraits. How did you enjoy our visit to the State Library? I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I found it such an inspiring space and don't know why I haven't gone there to work more often. So I'll definitely be doing that, and loved the Shakespeare room, of course. But just the general area where you can sit and study or read is really wonderful. I really liked it. So I hope you enjoyed that. Now we're back in the present moment. It's Tuesday. It is already 12:30. My goodness, time flies. So I have been working for several hours already. So today's actually an exciting day. It's the 16th of July and it is the anniversary of my podcast, Talking Tudors. So I started it on the 16th of July, 2018. So it's a wonderful day to just be reflecting on everything that's happened in the 6 years. You know, there's more than 255 freely available episodes, 3.5 million downloads and it's being downloaded in 100 different countries. So it's very exciting and I'm so grateful to be able to do this work. So I was putting together a couple of social media posts in order to mark that. And I've got a special 7-day trial going on my Patreon. So I had to share that as well. So I've been doing that. The other thing that I have been working on, which is also incredibly exciting, is my mentoring program. So this is something new that I only launched a few days ago. I'm offering on Patreon, the highest tier is a mentoring program for people who dream of also building an online career in Tudor history. So thankfully, this is really exciting. I've already got a few people signed up, a few wonderful women who I'll be working with to help guide them in the direction that they would like to go in. Not just Tudor history, these are lovers of different time periods, but I feel that after 15 years of working in this field, I have insights to offer and, you know, I can be a really helpful guiding voice to support them on their particular journey. So if you want to learn more about that, I'll put the link below so you can have a look. So what I'm going to do now is just have a short break for lunch. I've already got dinner on the go, everyone. I've put the slow cooker on, you know how I love it. It's a sort of a slow cooked beef with taco seasoning. I don't know, it's just an invented recipe. I'll make some rice for the family after and that's dinner taken care of. I love that. So I'm going to have a short break now and then I'll come back to you and update you on what we're doing this afternoon. Okay, I'm back in my study. So I had my lunch break. I then got completely distracted by this, The Beholders by Hester Musson. I only had about, 20 pages, 30 pages to go. So I decided to sit and finish it. It is an incredibly enthralling novel. So if you're looking for something that just keeps your attention from the first word until the very last word. I highly recommend this particular novel. I don't want to say too much because it's got like a mystery to it, but it's absolutely fabulous. Trust me, if you like historical fiction novels with a real sense of place, where there's a stately home involved, where there's a mystery, you're gonna love this. So I finished it. And now I'm going to get back to work. So I need to write some questions for an interview that I have on Monday and prepare for that a little bit. I want to watch another of Hilary Mantel's REITH lectures. So these are a series of lectures she did for the BBC in 2017. I have been meaning to listen to them since then. And yesterday I finally listened to 1 and 2, and they are absolutely brilliant. No wonder they've been recommended to me a million times. So I feel like that's a legitimate part of my workday. I also need to preview a presentation that I'm going to share with my Patreon community. I always watch, obviously, all the lectures and everything before I share it with anyone else. So this is a Tudor cooking tutorial by Brigitte Webster, so I'm going to watch that as well. So I'm hoping to get all those things done this afternoon. I'll let you know how I go. Hello everyone, it's Wednesday morning. Apologies for not checking in with you last night. I am happy to report that I did get through my to-do list for yesterday. So I watched the 3rd REITH lecture by Hilary Mantel, previewed the lecture that I had to watch before posting it for my Patreon community. I have all my questions and I'm feeling prepared for next week's interviews, which is great. So the main thing on today's to-do list is publishing a new episode of Talking Tudors. Of course, I need to edit it first. So that's what I'll be working on for most of the day. I also want to send out a newsletter to my newsletter subscribers and let them know about the mentoring program that I told you about. So I might do that first because that shouldn't take me too long, and then I'll go on to the editing. We need to get out for a walk today because it's, as you can see, it's a beautiful day, chilly but blue skies and the sun's out. I also just got back from dropping Lockie off at the doggy salon. So he was so excited to go in the car and to go and see other dogs at the salon. So you'll see the result of that later on when he gets home. I'm sure he's going to be looking very cute. Might also need to pop out to the shops. But they're the main things on today's to-do list. So I guess I better get started. So I just wanted to tell you about something else that I will hopefully have time to work on today. If not, this will definitely go on to tomorrow's to-do list. And that is transcribing a 16th century document. So I want to show you a little bit of it here because it's such a beautiful, beautiful document. So let me turn you around. So here it is. So I'll be transcribing this. It's to do with Anne Boleyn's coronation. I'm in the early stages of thinking about a new book or of starting to research a new book. It's going to take years, but it's exciting. So throughout my sort of working day, I like to try and find some time to do a bit of research as well. So that's what I'll be doing at some point or tomorrow. But so the other thing I wanted to show you, because I don't think I did in one of my previous videos, is my new desk. It's one of those standing desks that you can also program back to your seated position. So amazing. So I can now edit podcast episodes while standing up. Let me show you. Okay, so here is the desk in the seated position. Don't mind any mess. You can see that it has on the right there a little program box. So what I can do, which is so handy, when I want to stand up, I just hit that button. Isn't it fab? And suddenly it is at the perfect height for me to do my work standing. Ta-da! So I love it. You know, I spend a lot of time at my desk doing things and I don't like to be seated all day long. So this is a real game changer. The other thing I'd love is one of those walking pads so that I can actually walk while editing, but I haven't looked into that yet. I think they can be quite expensive, but for now I'm really happy with this and just getting out for walks as well. Hello everyone, as you can see by the lighting, it's now evening, Wednesday evening. I managed to tick everything off my to-do list again except for the research part. I didn't get to have a look at that document. It's going to have to happen tomorrow because I am a bit tired now. So I ended up having to walk on the treadmill because it started to rain just as I was about to head outside. So I did a treadmill walk. I listened to the 4th HILARY MANTEL REITH lecture. So I've now listened to 1 to 4. Definitely number 1 and number 4 are my favorites. I've got one more to go, the 5th one and the last concluding lecture for the series. There's football on tonight, so I know my husband and son are going to be watching that, so I might climb into bed after dinner and read a book or watch something. But I will be back with another update in the morning. I hope you all have a lovely, lovely evening. Talk soon. Good morning, everyone. I am back in my study after going for a lovely walk with my husband. It is such a beautiful, beautiful day. One of those really just sparkling Sydney winter days. So I'm so glad we got out for an early walk today. And so now I need to get started with my work. So today I'm going to focus on a few different things. So the first thing is the mentoring program that I mentioned. I have a few wonderful clients that have signed up, so I need to devote some energy to that and to thinking about their different situations and how I can best help them and guide them. So I'm excited about that. I'm also going to do some research today. So I think I mentioned that I have an idea for a new book. Actually, I have lots of ideas, but there's one that has been persistent and it's sort of calling me, and I need to have a think about it and do a little bit of research and see if that's something that I'm going to focus on and work on. I'm excited. My last book was published in November 2022, and I definitely wanted to take the year off. So 2023, I knew that I needed a break because it's such an intense experience researching and writing a non-fiction book. I imagine fiction is the same. So I needed to take a full year off, and now I'm getting that itch again where I feel like, I need to create something. I want to create something. So I'm going to have a think about that as well. I also need to devote some time to social media. I've got lots of ideas for posts and reels and videos and all sorts of things. So I need to just get my schedule organized and see when and where I'm going to post these things. So they're basically the 3 main things. It is so beautiful today that I may even go out for a second walk. I have the last of HILARY MANTEL's REITH lectures to listen to. So rather than just sitting down and listening, I tend to either jump on the treadmill or go outside for a walk if the weather's nice, and it certainly is today. So they're the 3 main things. I will update you and let you know how I go a little bit later. Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday. Today I'm excited because I've got most of the day to do research. So that doesn't happen very often. I do have a podcast recording this evening at 5:30 p.m, but it is now, I think it's around almost 10 a.m. So I have pretty much the whole day to do research. That document that I showed you, I'm still looking at that particular document, still transcribing bits. I found some really interesting things in there, which is exciting. Still reflecting on my new project, thinking about that. And I definitely also need to do some reading today. So there's so many non-fiction books at the moment that I need to read. And so I'm going to dedicate time to just sit down and do some reading, take some notes. So it's going to be a fun day of research and reading. I'm, very much looking forward to it. Thank you so much everyone for spending the week with me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to hit the subscribe button so you get alerted when I post new videos, because I do have some really exciting and fun visits to heritage sites planned for the next few weeks, and I'd love you to join me. So hit subscribe, hit the like button, leave me any questions or comments in the comment box below. I would absolutely love to hear from you, and I will be in touch with you again very soon. But in the meantime, please take good care of yourselves.